But where does the line blur between New Age techniques and cataphatic prayer?
All right, very good question.
Yeah. I'm trying to think how long ago it was that we did the New Age Q&A. A year ago, maybe. And if you were there for that conversation, I had a chance to lay a little bit of the history out of the New Age movement, how it came about, what some of its roots were and influences. Greg took one example, Eckhart Tolle, right? As an example of the New Age worldview. And behind all of that New Age stuff is a fundamental way of seeing reality that sees human beings as in some sense divine. That we fall on the divine side of the divine human thing. Like humanity is caught up in divinity. And of course, that's completely antithetical to the monotheism, the Trinitarian monotheism of the Bible, where God alone is the divine creator and human beings are the contingent, dependent, finite creature. So that, I think, cuts to the heart of the New Age worldview. And then certain New Age practices reflect their conviction that human beings are partly divine. And one of their claims then is that if we're divine, if I have the spark of divinity in me as much as God is found anywhere, then I should be able to create my own reality. That what I want to happen, if I visualize it, if I get the right visualization formula or ritual or whatever, I can start, in a sense, becoming the creator myself in some way. Mm-hmm. And that Christianity has always resisted ever since that notion sprung up with Gnosticism, which was really the first early church heresy in the 2nd century. Orthodox Christianity said, absolutely not. We are creature, God alone is creator. And so here's a good test. If someone's doing something with their mind that's feeding into this notion that I can begin to create like God creates, that I can begin to have that sort of divine sort of element to me, we've just crossed over into some serious trouble with regard to our vision of ourselves and God. We've bought into a fundamental Gnostic lie. And that's precisely what this way of using your imagination that Greg's talking about is not designed to do. Rather, it's trying to get very clear that God is creator, but came to us in the form of a human being, Jesus Christ, and by doing that, wants to relate to us in a very personal, intimate way. This is about how do you do healthy love relationship in your mind with the Creator God. I think it's really two completely different things.
That's really good. Classic example of that is this book out there, The Secret, where they talk about envisioning, but it's mixed in with all this kind of a magical belief that whatever you envision coming to you will come to you. And it has this connotation that your sort of the universe revolves around you. And so this becomes sort of a magical trick to get their advertisement shows this person imagining this necklace in this glass casing. And she wants it, and she envisions it, and boom, it's all of a sudden around her. And, well, see, that is just completely antithetical to fundamental, foundational biblical truth. It comes back to this whole criteria of the Bible again. And what does God reveal as true? And we want to get our minds to line up with the truth. All growth and transformation is not us creating truth, but our coming under truth, subjecting ourselves to truth, bringing every thought captive to Christ. That means we're not, we don't get to create a Christ of our own fantasy. No, Christ is revealed to us, and now we want to take the gift of the imagination and make it subservient to Him. And that's how we're transformed by the renewing of our mind. And so it's an entirely different trajectory that these things are going on. It's really important to note that this is not any kind of a new problem. This is the oldest problem in the book. One of the ways that the enemy tries to undermine the integrity of truth is by falsifying it to confuse people about the two. Hopefully, so that they'll throw out the truth with the false, or just go after the false. Oldest trick in the book. And we play into it all the time. Jeremiah and Ezekiel both have to deal with false prophecies. They say you're prophesying of your own imagination. But they don't, therefore, get rid of all prophecy. They say, no, we have to be discerning about what is true prophecy, what's false prophecy. You have the same thing in the New Testament. Paul says, don't quench the spirit, but rather be discerning. Don't throw it all out. And so it's important, the fact that there's counterfeits and powerful counterfeits. Simply proves that there is a powerful truth. You don't counterfeit $7 bills, as I said this weekend. And so rather than letting there be an undue paranoia about this, we need to embrace this and take it back and use it for the purpose for which God gave it to us.